Welcome to all. Today we will learn about Crontab. So why we are using a Crontab? Crontab is using to schedule any task or scripts. Okay, so how we can edit it? We can use a command Crontab -e to else. So here we can schedule a job using these parameters. Okay, so here it is example here. So we need a here. You are able to see these are the 5 star. What is the meaning of first star? So first star represent your minute. So minute means 0 to 15 minute. And if you divide it with a star slash 2, it means per 2 minute or here I have mentioned here 2. Let me make it a 5. Okay, so let me make it a 5. Okay, so 5 per minute. So if you schedule any if you want to schedule any task after every 5 minutes, then I need to make it as a star slash 5. And the next one, the next star, this is the next star, it represent hours. Okay, so hours means 0 to 23, and slash 23 means every 3 hours, every 5 minutes, like same here. And so day of month. Okay, so it means 1 to 31, these are the day. And if I make it a slash star slash 10, it means every 10th of the day. And let's come on the month. So month, it is your 1 to 12. It's a fourth for a month. So it is first is Jan, and the second is a Feb, or either you can mention in a like that in a 3 letters. Okay, and here like in a November, you can mention November, December, you can mention December, etc. And last, the fifth one, the fifth field is for day of week, 0 to 6. Here 0 means Sunday, and okay, and 7th means also Sunday. Okay, and here this is Saturday. 6 means Saturday, or either you can mention in a 3 letters. These all are applicable. So these are the examples here we have produced here. So let's do a lab also. Okay, so let's go for a practical. Let's learn about Crontab arguments. So these arguments we can use. U means user. We can define a user. -e is using for a edit. L list. -r is delete users Crontab, and -i prompt before deleting anything. Okay, so these are the arguments we will learn. So let's go for a lab and we will learn one by one all. So let me open a terminal. So let's check first, is there any cron tab, any job is scheduled or not? Let me use it. No, so there is no job here. And if you want to see any user, let's see here, is there any user is there? Let me check the user first. Okay, so we have now we have not created any user, so let me create a one user also, user add, and test user. Okay, so I have created a test user. So now let me set a password for test underscore user. Okay, so so now let's check, is there any cron tab schedule for as a normal user or not? I can use a -u arguments and username. So username is user, test user. Okay, so there is no cron tab for this user. And if you want, you can use cron tab -l. So there is no. So here you will see the difference here. So here it is using, it say no cron tab for a test user, and no cron tab is for a root. Okay, so let's schedule a one. Okay, so cron tab, I will use a -e, and I will make it a let me make it a first is using for a minute, */1 means every 1 minute, and I'm scheduling a one job. Okay, so **, and so I need to complete 5. Okay, so one, so here, and let me type a command. I can use a uptime command, and I want to save a output, for example, in a temp directory and uptime dot log. Okay, so so every 1 minute, it will, this job will be run here. Okay, so here it means a star. Okay, every 1 minute, okay. So, and other sal, these are the 5 fields. Okay, this is the second one, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, so okay, so let me save. Okay, so and let me check now. Crontab hyphen RL. Okay, so where we can see the result, we can see the result tail hyphen F, and here the file name. So now this file is not created here, so automatically it will create. And where we can see the logs, let me show the logs. Okay, so we need to go cd/var log. Okay, so lslrt. So here you will see cron is there. Okay, so tail hyphen F cron file is there. So here you can see a cron file. Let me run. So now it's executed. Now you can see executed. And now if we want to see a logs, so now you can see it's capture the logs. Okay, so now first output we got it. Okay, and next output we will get after 1 minute again. Okay, so here why I did a tail hyphen F, it is in appending mode, right? We'll get output in appending mode, right? Appending mode. So let me clear. Okay, so now if we can check here, so here now the next is also came here. So let's see now. So here next is execute. Okay, so here you will see we did not get, we are getting only one. The reason is behind we have made it a only greater than. I need to make, if I want to append the output, I need to use a double greater than. So let me modify it first. Okay, so let me clear and let me modify. Okay, so Crontab E, and let me make it in appending mode. Let me use a double greater than. Saved it. Okay, so now after that we will see the next output will be in appending mode here. So it will run after 1 minute. So here you will get the logs. So this is a log location. Log location of cron. Okay, cron jobs. And let's make a one small script, and we'll schedule one more script also. So it will run here. Then let me open a third tab, and let me create a one small script. Okay, so here beam and test script. Okay, so I'm creating a test script. Okay, so USR bin, it is a swang, actually we call a swang, and in bash, and let me make it echo welcome to all, and echo, and let me add this, let me create a log file inside a /temp, and I will mention here script script.log. Okay, script.log. Okay, so we can mention this simple. Okay, so or either I can use a welcome to all uptime here. Okay, so uptime, and Let me make it a double appending mode. Okay, so it will give us in appending modes. Okay, small script we have created here, very basic ch mode and plus x, and let me make executable file and let's me run here. So how we will get the output here. Okay, so now we can see cd/temp ls-lrt, and we will get script.log. See, here it's created, but we run it manually here. Okay, we run it manually here. Welcome to all. Let me schedule this script also. So the location is, and let me remove this file. I'm removing this file, okay, from a temp, and let me go here in a home directory here, and here this is a script path. Okay, so okay, so we have created a script, and let's schedule this job also. But before that, let's check here. So now you can see appending mode. See, appending mode. So earlier we have scheduled a uptime command, and after every 1 minute, yeah, 13 minute, 14, 15, 16. So you can see, so this goes on appending mode, and here you will see the logs here. Okay, so let me make it a cancel now, and let me schedule one more job, Crontab, and let me now schedule a script here. I will run a schedule a script every minute also, and here, and let me make it sh and script name. This is script name. Okay, so let me run a script. So okay, let me save it here now, and let's see here. Now it will run your script also. So let's wait for 1 minute here, and here, so uptime is running now. Uptime is current. Okay, and let us see here. cd/temp ls-lrt. So script file is there. So let me make it a tail-f. It is a temp and script log. Okay, so now output came. See, okay, output came here. It's here. The script is running here. So here, so we can see here the script is running here in logs here. Okay, so it ran in a 12.5. So after that, it will run as a 12.6. Okay, so let's wait for one more minute here, and it will produce here, and here we can see the output in appending mode also. Okay, so like that we can, now you can see this is a second output came here. So we got, so script is running here. Okay, so okay. So let me show you here. So like that we can schedule a job here, and let's suppose I want to schedule a job any particular time. So 18 means 18 means your 18 it is the what is the meaning of 18:45. That is a time here if you want to run this job, and here the command is running here. Okay, so these are the examples here. And let me show you others examples. So here, so these are the examples we have produced here. Okay, so here 18, and here these are 16, 16:4. So what is the meaning of 16 here? So if you forget the meaning here, 16 for example, so here, so we can check here. So 1, 2, third one is a day of month. It means 16 is a month, and fourth means is a your month. Okay, so either it's up to you. If you want to, like if you don't want to mention here 4, so you can mention here like I want to execute on a Jan. So let's make it as Jan. Okay, Jan, and date you need to mention here. So 16 Jan. So this job will be run like 16 Jan 18:45. So this command will run. Command df command will run. So that is the meaning here. And if you can verify, you can check crontab -l. Okay, and if you want to schedule any job for your user, then I need to use a username and -i for edit. So let us schedule a job for a here. So let me cancel it here. So okay, so let me do a cat normally, so you can see how many output it's captured here. And let's just schedule a one job for your test user. So -e I can mention here, or -u, it's your wish. Okay, so it's also work fine. Okay, test user. And here if you want to schedule any job, so here let me mention here a */1 every 1 minute. Okay, so star and star, these are the four star. And I just ID. ID means it will give us a ID, and ID dot, let me make it a log location. ID dot log. Okay, so let me save it so we can check it here. Okay, is it really running from a user? And if you want to cross verify, just run a test user, and now crontab -l. So see, so now it is it here. If I want to check user, so you can check here test user also. Okay, so it means we perfectly we have scheduled a job for a user, normal user. Okay, normal user. Okay, so we have scheduled job and we have here verified perfectly, right? So it will now it will give this output. Okay, it will give this output after 1 minute. And we did in appending, we did not did in appending mode, so only one output we get here there. It is only greater than one, greater than, it's not an appending mode only. Okay, so it will override the output. So let me clear here. Okay, so if you want, we can check it here. Let me exit from here. Okay, so cd slash, already I'm in a temp ls-lrt. So you can see and the output came here, id.log. And if we want to verify, we can verify here. So here, okay, so here this job, who is run this job, you can see username. So here username also came, username. Okay, this is a test username, and here others are root. You will see which user have executed. Okay, so let me show the docs more. Okay, so these are the operation we can do. And if you want to remove a job, we can use a -r. So -r arguments will remove all jobs, all cron jobs. Either you can use, if you want to remove, you can go by one, or either crontab -e. And here you can delete manually, or either directly you can use a crontab -r. It will remove all the jobs. So if you want to remove the jobs, let's go for a remove. Let's learn about a remove also. Let's go for a lab here. Okay, so now I want to remove a job for first user test underscore, first check it, user. Okay, test user, let me remove it here. So I need to use a, instead of L, let me use a R. Okay, so now check it. No, it's removed. So removed all jobs from test underscore user. Okay, and if you want to do same for a root, so we can do here. Okay, so crontab -l, and let me use a -r. Now check, removed perfectly for root also. Okay,